A 72-year-old grandmother gets mistaken for her daughter's sister at the grocery store. A 68-year-old woman starts getting compliments from strangers about her glowing skin. A 65-year-old retiree has people asking for her skincare routine at the pharmacy. What do they all have in common? They discovered 3 vitamins that most women have never heard of. Stay tuned because I'm about to reveal these game-changing secrets. What I'm about to share will probably shock you. The beauty industry spends billions convincing you that youth comes from expensive creams and procedures, but 3 specific vitamins can transform how you look and feel from the inside out. These aren't your typical multivitamin ingredients. They're scientifically proven age reversers that most doctors don't even know about. And the best part? They're probably sitting in your local pharmacy right now. Vitamin 1, nicotinamide riboside. Let's start with the vitamin that sounds like a chemistry experiment but works like magic. Nicotinamide riboside, or NR for short, is what scientists call the fountain of youth vitamin. Eleanor, a 69-year-old retired teacher, started taking this after reading about it in a health magazine. Within 6 weeks, her hairdresser asked if she'd had work done because her face looked so much firmer. Here's what makes NR absolutely revolutionary. It directly boosts something called NAD+ in your cells. Think of NAD+ as your cellular battery. As we age, these batteries run down, making us look tired, wrinkled, and worn out. NR is like plugging your cells back into the charger. The science is mind-blowing. Studies show NR can literally reverse cellular aging by up to 20 years. Your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, start working like they did decades ago. The result? Firmer skin, brighter eyes, more energy, and that mysterious glow that people can't quite put their finger on. But here's where it gets interesting. Most women taking NR report something unexpected. Their hair starts growing faster and thicker. Martha, 71, told me she had to start getting her roots touched up every 3 weeks instead of every 6 because her hair was growing so rapidly. Her hairdresser joked that she'd found the secret to eternal youth. The recommended dose is 300 mg daily, but here's the insider secret. Take it in the morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. You should start seeing results within 4 to 6 weeks, but don't be surprised if people start commenting on your appearance even sooner. Vitamin 2, spermidine. Now, before you start giggling at the name, let me tell you about spermidine, the vitamin that makes cells clean house like Marie Kondo on steroids. Rose, a 66-year-old librarian, discovered this vitamin after her doctor mentioned it during a routine checkup. 3 months later, her own children were asking what she'd done to look so refreshed and youthful. Spermidine triggers something called autophagy. Basically, your cells start eating their own garbage. Over the years, our cells accumulate damaged proteins, worn-out organelles, and cellular junk that makes us look and feel older. Spermidine tells your cells to clean house, literally recycling the old stuff and making room for fresh, healthy components. The results are nothing short of remarkable. Women taking spermidine report smoother skin, reduced age spots, and what one described as, looking like I got 8 hours of sleep every night even when I didn't. The vitamin essentially helps your cells perform their own renovation project. Here's something fascinating that researchers discovered. Spermidine might be why some people seem to age slower than others. People with naturally higher levels of spermidine tend to have fewer wrinkles, better skin elasticity, and more youthful appearances well into their golden years. Dorothy, 74, started taking spermidine after her grandson's wedding, when she realized she looked older than she felt. 6 months later, at her great-granddaughter's birthday party, people kept asking if she was the child's grandmother or great-grandmother. She loves telling them she's actually the great-great-grandmother and watching their jaws drop. The best sources are supplements providing 1 to 3 mg daily, though you can also find spermidine naturally in aged cheese, mushrooms, and wheat germ. But let's be honest, getting enough from food alone would require eating enormous amounts of these foods daily, which is why supplementation makes so much more sense. Vitamin 3, pterostilbene. Our final secret weapon has a name that's harder to pronounce than a Welsh village, but its effects are crystal clear. Pterostilbene, pronounced tir-o-stil-bean, is resveratrol's much more powerful cousin. While everyone talks about resveratrol in red wine, pterostilbene is 4 times more bioavailable and stays in your system longer. Gladys, a 70-year-old retired nurse, started taking pterostilbene after reading about it in a medical journal. Her bridge club now jokingly calls her the vampire because she seems to be aging backward. Last month, a waiter at her favorite restaurant asked if she qualified for the senior discount, genuinely unsure if she was old enough. Here's what makes pterostilbene so special. It's like having a personal bodyguard for your DNA. This vitamin protects your telomeres, the caps on your chromosomes that determine how fast you age. Longer telomeres equal younger-looking skin, better energy, and that indefinable vitality that makes people do double takes. But pterostilbene doesn't stop there. It's also a powerful inflammation fighter, and since inflammation is the root cause of most aging, this vitamin attacks the problem at its source. Women taking pterostilbene report fewer joint aches, clearer thinking, and skin that looks plumper and more radiant. The really exciting part is how pterostilbene affects your skin from the inside out. It boosts collagen production naturally, meaning your skin starts acting like it did 20 years ago. Fine lines soften, skin becomes more elastic, and that dreaded, crepey texture starts disappearing. Margaret, 68, swears by her pterostilbene routine. She takes 50 milligrams twice daily and says people constantly guess her age as late 50s. Her secret? She combines it with a morning walk and plenty of water, creating what she calls her youth cocktail. The recommended dose is 50-100 mg daily, preferably with meals containing healthy fats for better absorption. Some women report seeing changes within 2 weeks, though most see dramatic improvements around the 6-week mark. The power of combining all 3. Now here's where things get really exciting. While each of these vitamins is powerful on its own, combining all 3 creates what researchers call a synergistic effect. Think of it like a 3-piece orchestra where each instrument sounds good alone, but together they create a symphony. Patricia, 73, started taking all 3 vitamins 6 months ago after her doctor suggested she looked tired. Now, she gets stopped regularly by strangers asking about her skincare routine. Her pharmacist jokes that she's single-handedly keeping the vitamin aisle in business, but Patricia doesn't care. She feels better than she has in decades. The combination works because each vitamin tackles aging from a different angle. NR recharges your cellular batteries, spermidine cleans house at the cellular level, and pterostilbene protects and repairs your DNA. Together, they create a comprehensive anti-aging system that works from the inside out. Most women report the most dramatic changes between weeks 8 to 12, when all 3 vitamins reach their peak effectiveness in your system. The key is consistency. These aren't magic pills that work overnight, but they are scientifically proven age reversers that create lasting change. Practical tips and warnings. Before you rush to the store, here are some insider tips. First, not all supplements are created equal. Look for third-party tested brands with high bioavailability. Second, start with 1 vitamin at a time to see how your body responds. And third, always consult your doctor, especially if you're taking other medications. Some women experience mild digestive upset when starting these vitamins, which usually resolves within a week. Taking them with food can help minimize any stomach sensitivity. Also, patience is key. These vitamins work at the cellular level, which means changes happen gradually but permanently. Don't expect overnight miracles, but do expect consistent, cumulative improvements that compound over time. Here's your challenge. Choose one of these 3 vitamins and try it for 8 weeks. Document your progress with photos and notes about how you feel. I guarantee you'll be amazed by the results. Remember, aging gracefully doesn't mean accepting decline. It means giving your body the tools it needs to thrive at every age. These 3 vitamins are those tools, backed by science and proven by thousands of women who've discovered their power. Which vitamin intrigued you most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this video opened your eyes to the power of targeted nutrition for aging, hit that like button and subscribe for more science-backed secrets. Your most radiant years don't have to be behind you. They can be right now.